Okay. Hey everybody, Sarah Huff here. I'm just going to make a little video today and talk to you some about the real estate therapy worksheet that I'm handing out to so many of my most successful clients. And I just wanted to talk about it a little bit and walk you through what's included on the worksheet. So that if you ever get sent this, or if you decide you want to work with me and you want to do this, or you just want to check it out and you're not looking yet, but you think it would be interesting after watching this video, I'll totally send it to you, and I just want to explain a little bit about why I do this crazy, unusual worksheet with all of my clients. So basically, the real estate therapy worksheet that I'm giving out to clients it's not about real estate at all, which I think is the best part of it, is that it's mostly, it's about setting priorities for your own life. It's about what's your ideal day. Forget about getting a good deal, forget about the prices of things and how you get a mortgage and all of that and blah, blah, blah. It'll all come out in the wash. You'll figure it out. It's a lot of technical stuff. It'll work, it won't work. You'll figure it out. But if you don't know how you want to live your life, what you want to do this year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, even if it's just things change, your plans will change. That's a given. Life throws things at you that are great, that you wouldn't expect, and you don't always know the route you're going to take to get to where you want to be. However, if you have no idea the answer to any of those questions, it's going to be really difficult for me to help you. And I find that people sometimes, they come to a real estate agent, and you know, owning a home or owning a property means a lot to people. It gives a lot of possibilities. So people want me to give them their ideal life, and I'm like, I literally, I will waste an incredible, sorry if this has happened between you and me, but I will waste an incredible amount of time showing you buildings and trying to figure out what you want. And at the end of the day, you're wanting something from me that I can't give you, which is confidence in how you want to live your life. So instead of us trying to figure that out together, since I don't have, a master's degree in counseling and I'm not a licensed psychotherapist, it's really not my job. So it would be awesome if you could figure that out on yourself, by yourself, and then come with me as kind of and think of me as your real estate agent and a collaborator, getting you where you want to go and using real estate as a vehicle to do that. So that's what the worksheet is all about, is just a tool for you privately. You can share with me the result, any insight that you come up with from the worksheet. But at the end of the day, it's yours, it's private. I don't ever need to know anything that you write on it. And really, I don't need to know, and I'd rather not know. I'd rather not know, because then you might be a little more revealing and feel more comfortable letting it all hang out when you're doing the worksheet yourself. So just going through the worksheet here, the first page, it's basically what I'm saying is, real estate can be a vehicle. You should see real estate as a partner in on the team getting you where you want to go in your life. And if the real estate that you're being presented isn't a good partner, if it's not working for you, then dump it. Why is it on the team? It's a bad employee or bad potential employee. You should think of looking at houses or properties or rent, or investment properties or live work situations as job interviews. If they're not going to work for you, then it isn't the right fit. It's not that it's bad. It could work for somebody else. So let it go do that for somebody else. And then the second page is just thinking about your ideal day. So, okay, if money were no object, you couldn't fail, but you're still working for, it can't be, I just want to win the lottery and never, but okay, fine, you have to do something. The illusion of winning the lottery is that you do nothing. People go and do nothing for about a month, and then they start doing crazy stuff. They get bored. You have to do something. So, what do you want to do? You get up at specific, down to the minute. I get up at 6:15 every morning, and I go and I make espresso in my blah blah blah, insert brand of espresso machine here, espresso machine, and with almond milk, and I go upstairs to my the more specific you can be, minute by minute, hour by hour in that day, the richer your vision is, and the better you'll be able to compare, is this property really going to serve me in getting to that ideal day? And it's just an average Tuesday work day. Like, I want to work from, I want to wake up in the morning and do yoga, or I want to wake up in the morning and, I don't know, go surfing, or, whatever, and then sit down to work from 9 to 1 doing blah, 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 painting, or being an accountant, or, whatever floats your boat. And then, when do you eat lunch? What do you eat? Who are you with? Do you like tinkering around? Do you have a workshop space in your house? Do you have a home theater? I don't know, whatever. All the way down to the time that you go to sleep at night. So do that, think about it, really. And I always suggest to couples that are searching for real estate, do it separately. If you come up with totally different days, it's a challenge to merge those two lives, but it's not undoable. It's the way that can happen will reveal itself as soon as you admit that you want separate things, which is really cool, and it's this great merging of lives. And if you're looking for by yourself, then great, it's that much easier to just go right for the jugular for that plan. So take a look at your day, the third page then. Are there any themes, tendencies, lifestyle characteristics that stick out to you? So, what's most important? What are your top priorities? You might look through your day and say, oh, okay, I love to enjoy fresh food, or I love to be active and have a lot of motion and exercise. Or it's really important to me, I didn't realize it, and it's really important to me that I'm with groups of people every day. I'm a social butterfly, or have kind of an extroverted tendency, or you're a very introverted person, so you need to live in a place where as you're going about your day, you'll incidentally run into people, or else you'll just go crazy. So pull those things out. And if you're having trouble identifying what the things that you want are, try flipping it around and saying, thinking about what do you want to avoid. So you might say, oh, I really want to avoid isolation, or I really want to avoid crowds. So if you are thinking and you say, I really want to avoid sitting in my car commuting, okay, so I want to avoid that, the opposite would be what you want, right? So if you don't want something, then you probably want the opposite, which is I want to walk to work, for example, or I want to be able to ride my bike to work, or I want to work from home. So that can be, if you're getting stuck with what it is, getting the themes of things you want, just think about what you don't want and then flip it around into something specific. Then on the fourth page, you can get even clearer about your must-haves, your super top priorities for, if I'm going to have a good day, if I'm going to have a string of good days that turns into a great life, then I need to have these things. So you can, in the past 2 pages we were thinking about, what do you think you want in the future? What do you want to have now? But putting it into practice, you can go back into the past and say, okay, when I was doing my best at work, when I was living my best professional life, these are the things that stuck out. So the best memories of those times. Make a list. And also make a list, conversely, of the worst times that you ever had at work. And then there's a note here at the bottom of the page, let's see, yeah, that's right, up here on the top of page 4, it's saying you can also do this exercise for your personal life. So when you've been feeling awesome personally, and just in your non-professional life, or when you've been feeling super crap, write down those experiences, and then look again for themes and patterns. What are your top priorities? What's really important to you? And just to pull back out, how this relates to real estate is, especially in the city of Newburgh, there's a lot of renovations. It's part of, the housing prices tend to be a little bit lower, but a lot of the homes on the market require a lot of renovation. So the fact of the matter is you might see a building, it's a total mess, but you say, I can buy it now for super cheap, I'll fix it up, and then I can do this in it. And sometimes people forget about, there's 3 or 4 or 5 or more intervening years between when you buy it and when you'll get to do that thing that you really love to do in it. And if there's no love for renovating buildings, or there's no plan, or you're not intentional about your lifestyle, it can be exhausting, because the thing that feeds your soul, that really motivated you to make this big leap and buy a building, is getting put on the back burner for 2, 3, 4, or 5 years. So that's why sometimes I talk with people and they want a super bargain, they want the lowest price, the best deal, and sometimes we talk through this worksheet and they end up realizing, oh wow, actually I would rather get a property that's more up and running. It might be less romantic to move into a turnkey building, but at the same time, there's nothing more romantic than being happy and getting to do what you love. So it's just, I hope this worksheet can help you dial down into what you want to do with your time, and get you to your goals fastest. If you're looking at buying a property from more of an investment point of view, and okay, what I really want to be doing is working remotely from Thailand, sitting on the beach on my laptop and getting Wi-Fi from somewhere and running my online store that sells chocolates or whatever. It doesn't matter. So, but you want passive income to fund that life and kind of pad around the edges while you start that other business. Then, as you're looking at properties, you should be absolutely ruthless about cash flow and unromantic about, what the building looks like or this or that. It should be, does it work functionally as a business investment? So, there's different ways of looking at this, and I found with my clients that even without knowing how it will work out, there's a huge value in just knowing what it is that you want, even though if you don't see immediately how you're gonna get there. And that's what this worksheet is all about, is just sort of pulling in what you want, the ideal situation, and then hopefully we can work together and figure out, or at least figure out a little piece, maybe a big piece of how you get there. And then, so just to finish up on the last page of the worksheet, there's just some pointers about gathering information about your personal finances, like coming back down to earth, talking with your tax person and your banker, and just taking time to walk around the neighborhoods in Newburgh and get out of your head a little bit and boots on the ground and see if you can imagine or envision some of these dreams happening in Newburgh. And so if you can, I hope we'll get to work together. And I wish you all the best. And my name is Sarah Beckham Huff. I'm a realtor with Hanson Real Estate Partners. You can contact me by email at reattached.living@gmail.com, which is like my website, which is reattached-living@gmail.com. Or you can give me a call or a text at 845-420-8965. And I really hope to hear from you soon if I haven't talked with you already. So thanks a lot and take care. Bye.